Welcome. We have another unboxing here. Recently arrived game, Aces of Valor from Legion War Games. And again, disclaimer, I know there's been a number of unboxings and good playthroughs of this game already on YouTube, but thought I'd just contribute to the unboxings here. So Aces of Valor, solitaire game of World War I aerial combat, game designed by Eric von Rossing. Legion War Games came out recently here. Here we go, and we'll look at the back here. I know there is some glare. I apologize. I think that's coming from above. I don't think that's from this. Well, it is. That's interesting. I'm still wrestling with lighting, so appreciate your patience here. I think that'll work. Welcome to France. You command Fighter Squadron Western Front World War I. Manage your aircraft through a campaign of multiple missions. Choose to play as the Germans or any of the Entente, British, French, or American. Great. Campaign, game, victory conditions. Your campaigns are 8, 12, or 16 missions, drawing a card for each. Could be patrols, trench strafing, photo recon, artillery spotting, balloon busting, and bomber escort. Move across a gridded map. That is semi-historical representation of the West Front. Not hard to do. You got the trench line and then stuff behind it. Anti-aircraft fire is heaviest near the trenches. Combat occurs. Aircraft are moved to an initiative track for 3 rounds of combat, where pilot skill, aircraft performance, and luck all come into play. So it's not like we're going to actually fly these planes. We're going to resolve the combat that way. Got mission cards, game counters. Looks like we got the name of the pilot and the type of aircraft. Looks like we got ground targets here, aces, etc. Let's see, 1 aircraft and crew is each one, 5 to 10 miles per square, 5 to 10 minutes per turn, 30 minutes per mission. Okay, cool. Number of players 1, complexity medium, solitaire. It is a solitaire game by design. So let's open this up, see what's inside the box. Got optional rule cards? Well, okay, oh, these are the missions, okay? And it looks like we got some optional rules. We'll see those, and I'll hold that for now. So along with the mission cards, it looks like we have optional rule cards. 4 blue dice and a bag. Let's see, overall we've got rules, we've got counters, and I think charts, usual fare, and I'm guessing 1 map, but we'll get to it here. That'll come out in the wash. Let's take a quick look at the rules here. Like I said, a number of people have already done playthroughs. Glossary terms, game map, components, good to know. 3 counter sheets. 54 cards, 2 player aids, a bifold and a trifold, and a game map. So they do define terms here. 3 types of cards: mission cards, post-mission events, and optional rules. Mission cards are used to choose the mission, and we don't cover the other ones. Pretty much post-mission events, you know what that is, and then the optional rules. That's interesting. Here they define their terms. Counters, they talk about the aircraft. We got fighters, 2-seaters, bombers, and heavy bombers. Players will have fighters assigned to their squadron, 2-seaters and bombers temporarily under players' control for specific missions. And heavy bombers, special cards. Aircraft ordnance, bombs and rockets. Aircraft statistics. Forward gun, gun rating, defensive gun, aircraft performance, pilot, crew, and structure rating. I wonder where that's probably on a player aid card, that kind of detail here. And then we got ground targets. AA defense, initiative, destruction rating, mission points. Okay. They haven't yet told me what the numbers mean. We got markers. And like most solo games, it looks like it's built out by the sequence of play. Setting up your campaign and then doing your missions, pre-mission, Draw the mission, roll for weather, choose aircraft, place flight, begin mission. Voluntarily terminate, attack ground targets, patrols, okay. Scramble mission, special one where you're getting off the airfield before they blow you up. Probably. Roll for weather, place airfield, select initial aircraft for first round, determine enemy force. And yeah, you can launch your planes as the thing goes on. Flight phase, yeah, what happens as you move across the board. Combat sequence, randomizedly determine enemy aircraft. Combat rounds, see if you detect them beforehand. And basically aircraft can do one of two things, attack or run away, break off. Guess you can decide air-to-air combat. Roll number of attack dice per air-to-air gun attack chart, determine number of hits. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. And they give examples, good stuff. Ground targets. What do you do with damaged and destroyed? Photo recon, artillery spotting, pilots getting better. And then the post mission. And you spend mission points for campaign victory points or squadron improvements. And there we are, that's 14 pages of rules. Before we get to the optional rules cards. Optional rule may choose to use any or all of them. I guess the optional rules are on the cards. And then there's other optional rules here. Enemy aircraft hull number limit, heavy clouds, etc. And yes, an example of play. Good stuff. Good stuff. Pre-mission, flight phase, combat round. Yeah, post-mission. They go all the way through. And then we end with the designer's notes. All right. Yep. And some pictures of aces. Manfred von Richthofen. I don't know this guy. French. William Bishop. I forgot. I thought it was a Canadian who shot down the Red Baron. But N.R. Eddie Rickenbacker. Not bad, but yeah, not at these guys' level. So maybe we got late in the war. All right. So yeah, the rules look manageable. The counters are big and reasonably thick. These look like ground targets and skills and hits. Here we have, oh, fallen out. The British, I don't know. How do you tell? I guess the only way you tell the difference is by the color of the numbers. French are blue, Germans are red. I feel like I'm in some rhyme or song here. These are Brits. I don't know how you figure out who the U.S. is. Francis Eugene, Wilfred. Yeah, the green is, I don't know. Bomber. I guess we're in here somewhere. These look like French. These look like British. Maybe we're the green. Warren, Frank. Could be. Well, yeah, as long as this doesn't look like that. That's red, blue, and white. I think that's what we used. Roundel, I think it's called, during World War I. Before we went to our stars and stripes in World War II. So these look like U.S. U.S. Good. So you do have them all here. Oh, more falling counters. And we do have the map, and it's a paper map. Let's look at the charts here first. Oh yeah, trifold by difold. Oh my. Okay. I don't know if I'd just rather have these in 3 pieces, to be honest. Combat phase, aircraft damage. Yeah, this is all combat here. This is all combat. Initiative, bomb route attack, etc. Good. Nothing on the back. Not just for confusion's sake. So that looks like combat. Okay, so you pull this out when you're doing combat. And you pull this one out. Looks like one for each phase. This is the flight phase. That's an interesting way to do it. Random ground target, forced landing. Yeah, so you pull this out for the flight phase. And this tells you what you do. Good. And then the other phases are, well, the other phase is pre-mission phase. That was a big one. No back. Good. Tells you what you do there. So you can get away with the player rate charts here. And then you have a campaign setup and campaign victory, and then looks like general information here. Okay, performance rating, structure rating. All right. Type, pilot crew skills, defensive guns, forward gun, how many? Okay. Anti-aircraft defense, initiative, and destruction rating for ground targets, so that's there. And they do help you with the map here, telling you what it is. So, squadron aircraft you roll for in campaign. So yeah, that's okay. That's the player cards make sense. One for each phase, and then we have the actual map, and well, it is bigger than you'd think. And I think, yeah, there's a whole second side here. This looks like charts, sequence of play, tracks. Okay, but then when you flip it to this side, the actual map is here, and that's it. And you're flying around on either your side or the enemy's side of the trenches. So, yeah, the map itself is pretty small. This other stuff, though, well, I think some of these charts you're only going to find on the map. So, probably going to have to pull it out. Okay, so not too big a footprint, though. Need some cups. And player aids for the phases, that's good. And then we've got the counters, which hopefully won't fall on me. I'll go underneath it. And then we've got the rules. And mission. We got the pre-mission, post-mission, and then optional rules. So if I want to break this out, we can look at that more in detail. Actually do a rules review. And then we've got some dice and some baggies. Cool. Well, again, I hope they do a vassal mod of this. Well, if I had to, I could scan it. So there you go. Aces of Valor, solitary game of World War I aerial combat. And you can play 4 sides. And see how your squadron does through the war. All right, so I think that's a wrap. Thanks for watching. This is a more manageable open box here. So again, if you got any comments, appreciate it. If you click like, and as always, click subscribe if you have not already, so you'll get the next one. Thanks for listening.